Let's talk about immigration a little more deeply. You described that legislation that you put together with Senators Kennedy and McCain. I'm assuming you mean that that describes the immigration policy you think would still be best for the U.S. So if you were the one designing immigration policy today, would that be it? Or would it be different? Would it be updated?
I would take that because it's philosophical, it's ethical, it's moral, it's fair, it's just, it's contemplated. Most every issue in every phase of migration. 3 simple things compose that bill. Number one, what do we do with 11 billion? What do we do with them? Kick their ass and send them back to Mexico? Or learn who they are, where they are, what are they doing? Who could be a rapist? There could be among 11 million. There should be maybe 1, 2, I don't know how many. And who has a criminal record? But first learn. Don't consider this a mass of 11 and take a decision around. So once you do that, then you can decide. And what this initiative goes is to consider anybody that has a job right now, like that guy in the restaurant last night, or that other guy that I met serving one of the events that we were. He said, what do I do, Presidente Fox? I'm undocumented. And I have 25 people working for me. I have a small, successful business, paying taxes, working well. What do I do, was his question. So once you learn who they are, and I think that we, on the Mexican side, would accept, okay, to ask our own paisanos if we would have good faith and trust on U.S. government, we would tell them, okay, go and register so that we know how many and who they are. But this initiative says, those who have a job and somebody is hiring them, let them stay, as long as they keep that job. So if they keep being hired, let them stay. They're paying taxes, now they will have an ID, now they are going to be open and not on the closet. And number 2, that regulating valve of how many are invited to come to work in addition to those 11 that are already working here. And then the initial number is 500,000 that are needed in this economy. So if the economy grows faster, open the valve. Economy goes slower, open the valve. What is China doing? In China, not everybody has free transit within their nation. There is a place, a region, where 300 million middle-class families, Chinese families are with good salaries, with a good work, with flexibility and freedom to travel around and visit other nations. But the other 8 billion are in the interior. You cannot cross the line just because you want to. You need a passport to move from China's interior into developed China. And that gives the control. They need more people on this working area, on this middle-class area. They just open the valve and bring more, as much as they need. They don't just let it open, because then it would be disordered and everybody would be embedded. So that's exactly the concept that is presented there. And number 3, the families. The families. If you're on either category of invited guest program or documented to work person, then you have the right to have your family here in the United States. When you go back with your family. That was accepted by Mexico in my time. That's why we built it together, so that we would work on trying to solve the problem together.
It was just reported that a so-called dreamer, one of the children who was brought here at age 9, has been deported at the age of 23. It's the first time the Trump administration has actually taken action on this. what do you think about the Dreamers and those kids who were brought as children? What should be done about them?
Primero, first, gracias, Obama. I think that was a great step forward. And we need more of those steps. Trump, boo! You don't do that. You don't do that to a dreamer. Your wife, Trump, was a dreamer. She came to the States. She came to marry you. As well as you accept that, accept the rights of these other people. Just hating Obama, just doing the contrary of Obama, is the best way to go to failure. And I say this because that's the story in Latin America. Every 4 years, every 6 years, new government comes and they invent the wheel. They come with new programs, they eliminate those programs that were working. It even happened to me with a member of my own party, President Calderon, that the first month he was in power, he started canceling great programs that we had. When I came into power, I substituted free, and I kept 95%, maybe 100% of any program that was proven worthy. I kept them. It's what we should do from government to government. You are not going to solve a nation's problem in 4 years or in 8 years. Each one of us has to make its contribution to a project that goes way beyond our existence and our term of government. So that's why I think Obama, this obsession to go against, this Trump and his obsession to go against Obama's policy is wrong. U.S. citizens should not accept that happening, and it's now resisting in the case of Obamacare. I think Obamacare can be improved, can be adjusted, but every single citizen of this nation has the right to have health attendance and health care, no matter what it costs, like it happened in Europe. That's the way it works in Europe.